Greetings from the VC Santa. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. And welcome to another episode of Psycho's Platters. Always powered by coffee each and every time, especially in my nice new poo and piglet mug that I've got. AZ Mick, you have taken your rightful place as first place. This is something that I was debating about. Hi, Chris. Fred, how you doing? George, how you doing? I saw one of your recent clips. I'm telling you, you put out A-grade stuff, bud. You do. Go sub to all these people's auxiliary channels and such. And like I said, this is just fly by the seat of my pants. I don't really have a lot. Okay. Yes, I understand. This is probably a time where of course, we still have family, we still have suppers going on. I had to take the kid back today. Wolfie baby, how are you? George. So, I had to take the kid back today. My youngest son back home, which, believe it or not, was uneventful. Thank God. The weather, it was just cloudy, overcast. I can deal with that, and it was like low 50s. Fine driving, barely any traffic. So I had a nice peaceful drive back and forth, really. It took like about a good, hour and a half total. So that was nice. I wish it was like that all the time going on the way there, Very, very weird. So one day out of the year that, and sometimes Sunday mornings, there's barely any traffic and you pretty much have the road to yourself, or just about anyway. And so we dealt with that. My fat ass took a nap. I love Match Game, okay? I subscribe, you probably do too. There's a Match Game channel and they do live themed old episodes, whole episodes minus the commercials. Some good stuff out there. I get a good laugh. And that's good that you did, Doug. I alerted everybody pretty much in the VC Justice League just for the heck of it. Like I said, I don't really have a lot to talk about today, really, except, like I said, Merry Christmas. And I hope that everybody got what you want, whatever that is for material stuff. I also hope you got what you want in regards to maybe getting to see that family member, and at least for this jackass here. And I'm going to say this, but then I'm going to back this up with something else. As I remember, since I was a teenager, I used to say Jesus was the reason for the season, and that is true, but he was not, according to, based on different evidences and things, that most likely he was born around August or September. They just said Christmas to compete with the pagan winter solstice. You, my good, well, I can't even call you a good man right now. I don't understand, dude. I watched Sarah's show last night. I don't even want to talk about it. I can't believe you said what you did. That's not cool, dude. I love it that you that you showed the records. I'm like, oh, you had E40, you had a few other things, but I'm like, dude, you just don't. But guess what? I can't. It's not my position to tell anybody what to do. That's not my job. Only I can tell myself what to do, and only I can judge myself. That's all I'm going to say about it. The end. I love TV game show bloopers. I do. Well, remember, kids, Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Yeah, obviously they didn't have 2,000 years ago any. I know, I just said that. Hi, Oberheim, how are you? Yep, winter solstice and Dobbs and Will, what you? Yeah. To make things a little, I'm just clarifying if you did not. I would say watch from the 6 hour, 13-minute mark to the end, which is like 15 minutes. Or you can even skip the last 5 minutes. Nothing happens there. Merry Christmas, William. I have some leftovers in the fridge. I can warm up a plate if you like. That's always a nice thing to do, believe it or not. I like, considering I'm so fat, I love leftovers sometimes. But I actually made a pizza. That's what I did. Found this really nice thin crust sausage pizza. I watched a documentary about the rebuilding of Bolskine House. I'm an idiot. I don't know what that is. I'll have to look into it though. You know what, Fred? And that's where when I went to the GFs last night, we had ham, mashed potatoes, rolls, green bean casserole with the little crunchy things on top, and then homemade banana pudding with vanilla wafers. I said pudding. Excuse me. There we go. Of course. I got to mention one thing about Sarah's show last night, though. And I was watching it like Beetle Babe does sometimes to catch up. I watched it in double time. I'm going to have to watch a lot more yoga and ballet videos. That'll give you something to. Yeah, that is so sweet. You know what? And you might as well have some leftover pastries. I got that. What was it? Shenanigans texted me this morning. She was up and about. Safe and sound, Texas. Merry Christmas. And Jimmy Page. Oh, I'm sorry. Jimmy Page House in Scott. Oh no, I didn't know that. When did that happen? I feel like an idiot. I never heard that story. Love Manor Pudding. She's got the best tasting pudding I've ever had. Take that for what you will. Anyways. Oh, we used to. Okay. Now, I'm not the first one to come up with this comment, but do you realize, though, that as Jimmy Page gets older, he looks more like the Quaker Oats dude on the box? He really does. Uh-oh. Well, yeah. I don't know. I guess you could reheat rice if you make sure there's a little bit of, obviously, hydration in it. Hey, Paul, Merry Christmas to all the people. We have a peace and you guys rock. No, you guys rock. You guys, everybody out here is on that rock. Word up, Dusty, Fred. Hey, yeah, what time are you live tonight? If you're going to go on, Dusty. I am not going to make this a very long one today. I have to cap this off at about an hour and 45 minutes. That's the maximum for today here. Anyways, so I did end up, I was watching some YouTube because I just explained that. Dusty says may go live at 8:30. That's cool. Like I said, I'll probably, because I'll probably be done. Oh, I'm just going to say by like 8:15 Central Standard. And then everybody can jump over to Dusty's. That would make sense. They can keep the Christmas spirit, and, real and alcoholic going, and you guys can do it that way. I found a neat little treat. I'd love to play it for you, but of course they would ding me. But I'm going to just tell you the story. Very good. Very, very good. So, as you know, it's no secret that I am from Chicagoland. Okay. If you say you're from Chicago, that's different. But that's why I say I'm from Chicagoland. I am from a suburb, a northwest suburb of Chicago. And when I was growing up, and like I said, I'm 57. And one of the big things was, of course, being on the Bozo Show. I mentioned before that I made an appearance in the spring of 1975. Someday I really would love to find, that's not going to happen. Most of the Bozo episodes that are like pre-1980 are scarce. They really, really are. And the show started in 60. All right, 1960 in Chicagoland. And the original clown Bob Bell, which of course is where Matt Groening took his inspiration for Krusty the Clown, was the Bob Bell Bozo mixed with, of course, from SCTV, Bobby Bittman. What a strange combination. I love both of them though. So, but the 1960 stuff is, I don't even know if any of that is out there. The stuff that I have seen has all been early 70s, which I'm like, great. And the way you can tell is that when they filmed it in 60, there wasn't a lot of color sets. All right. It was a red suit. It was easier on the black and white, I guess. So from 1960 to 70, he's in the red suit. Well, GN decided to go, and they're like, okay, there's a lot more color. We're going to do this. Flip it to blue. And that's how he's had that suit. First it was light blue, and then it was, well, dark blue, like everybody's used to. So that's kind of how you know what clips. So what I'm getting at in my long-windedness, hang on a minute. No, I may have to look into that. Great. No, I did not do the infamous Bozo. No. In fact, I was pretty. One of these days, I gotta pull out the Bozo button I got. It wasn't Bozo; it was Cookie they gave me. They just had this box of Bozo buttons, and the helpers, the interns, if you will, would dole them out to you on your way out, not on your way in, because that, with the lights, it would reflect stuff. So you got the button on the way out. I remember getting a box of Rice-A-Roni and a box of Ho-Hos. Yeah, everybody walked away with something out of the show. In our area, it was Paul Shannon's Adventure Time and Catch a Kangaroo in Romper Room. Follow Memster was, yeah, see? And we didn't even touch about this, Chris, and I'm kind of glad you brought it up. I'll get to my story in a second, but it was announced a few days back that 2025 is going to be Sesame Street's final season. Yes, HBO has decided in its infinite wisdom, jackasses, that 2025 will be the last year for new episodes. They will keep it on HBO in reruns through the end of 2027, and then it goes off the air forever. And from what I heard, there is no intentions of anyone else picking it up. Seriously. I'm just like, that is ridiculous. PBS should have never let it go. I don't understand what the fuck happened and how HBO grabbed it. Yeah. So they have, like I said, they have no desire to like, I don't know if they'd sell it or what, to anywhere else. And I'm going, damn it, you shit. It started in 1969. I said 69. I was an original Sesame Street kid. I learned a lot of English, my numbers, Spanish, rudimentary Spanish from that show. And a lot of fun clips, which I've played a handful of them over the years. Maybe we'll play a Sesame Street clip or two. Of course, not with the puppets. I'd get dinged for that too. But maybe the old time little clips, in between stuff that we used. I played a couple in a few episodes ago. We might go back also and do some Christmas cartoons, some short stuff. Considering this is the last day to have that. Yeah, and yeah, maybe it was a funding thing, but still, I'm like, this is an institution in America. I don't know if they farm it out to, in foreign markets. I mean, I know that foreign markets know who the Muppets are. Okay, I know that. But I read that Jim Henson book, which I showed you guys a long time back. Yeah, I hope it's not. I hope something changes it. But yeah, this is the status as of December 2024. Okay, foreign markets air it. All right. So I don't know. Okay, this is HBO. It's not PBS. HBO is a for-profit. PBS was supposedly a nonprofit or something like that. I don't know how it worked. I just remember that WTTW, Channel 11 Chicago, would always be having, and it was across the country, it wasn't just Chicago, but what they did was they personalized the PBS pledge breaks based on the big market you lived in, so that you're like, oh yeah, I know who this dude is. Once in a blue moon, they drag a celebrity from one of the shows, and they would show up. I remember one year, somebody from the Doctor Who show was on one of those pledge breaks. I'm like, holy shit, they're here in Chicago. But because they have Doctor Who and Monty Python and all that other stuff. But HBO is a for-profit station, so I can't see why. I just can't. I know, right? So I hope there's like some Hail Mary last minute. They have a year almost to figure it out. I heard that the 2025 filming, I think it starts in February. So, yeah, Big Bird's knees were giving out. Yeah, yeah, Carol Spinney. That was the guy that did the voice of Big Bird and Oscar the Grouch, and of course he's gone too. And of course the guy who did Elmo, we won't explain what he did and why he ain't there. And there's not that many people, obviously, from the 60s and 70s, for God's sakes. I remember seeing Rita Moreno. No, that was Electric Company for Rita Moreno, wasn't it? I get those mixed up sometimes. But so yeah, I mean, yeah, Oscar becomes homeless. Oscar might become homeless. It's over for Sesame Street. Gonna have dinner real soon. I'll be in Gallery. Ham and Prime. Oh my! I haven't had prime rib in forever. Which Amazon worker are we having? See what I did? Oh, that was horrible. Hello. Me too, Dusty. Sesame Street was my childhood. Merry Christmas, Hoobs. Como está, Psycho? Overall, muy bien, but that's about the most Spanish you're getting out of this episode. I could say the dirty words, but I'm not going to do that. Lisa, have you checked out that Wrong Play Yet, Peter Pan? Oh, boy. I am a little concerned, truthfully. I know I haven't really brought this up to you guys. Something is going on with my left eye. My left eye, man. I'm only going to have one good eye, man. No, I don't know. Hopefully it's something simple. But I think, and I ain't no optometrist or ophthalmologist, but I think it all started one night when I went to bed and like my neck hit the pillow wrong, and I had I can't explain it. It hurt, I tell you. And I was just like, my whole neck, I'm like, my God, what did I do? And for like a couple of days, I was seeing black spots. This was like about a couple weeks ago. I saw, they weren't like ridiculous. They were just like pinpoint black spots that would hang around. And then finally that stopped. But once in a while, when I'm driving at night, my peripheral, I can see little color like diamonds. They're not that big, but I'm sitting there going, "What the hell did I do?" Now, but that's not what's going on with me right now. Something like is clouding over my left eye on and off. Okay. Does it obscure my vision? No, but it's annoying. And it's only my left eye. I have not hit myself recently. There was no money shot involved. I just don't know what happened. So I'm praying that they can figure it out. And it is just the left eye. So there. Nope. Chappelle joked that Sesame Street taught us how to treat homeless people. That they taught us to be all get it together, Grouch, and homeless people. I wish I could play for you the Chappelle Sesame Street spoof. I love that thing. We are a clap. Click, click, click. Oh my God. Okay, gotta bounce. Have a good rest of the stream. You too, Jen. Love you. Merry Christmas. Do you remember Rubber Ducky? Well, Corey, I think everybody remembers Rubber Ducky. Actually, that came out on a 45 in the early 70s. Came out in the early 1970s on Columbia Records. It did. I had that 45. Once in a blue moon, I'll still find it, which cracks me up to no end. And then, of course, you had the Sesame Street Disco. You had, what was it? They Born to Add instead of Born to Run. I'm like, oh boy. My blood pressure's fine, actually. I just went. I've been having medication for the last 2 years, and it is in the numbers. It is where it's supposed to be. That was actually if I wasn't on that stuff, that would be the first thing I'd be thinking of. But no, my BP is fine. At least as of 2 weeks ago in my last checkup type thing. Funny, I was watching the Muppets. I don't know. Did you get it over the map? It's always used to Christmas special, some sort of puppet Sesame Street, except you had Miss Piggy, and Kermit the Frog. Yes, they'll never go away. The characters will never go away. Okay, have I had my brain checked? Oh my God. Okay, so like the last time that I had to have that done was July or August of 2023, because that was part of a pre-med rituals. I had to go through a lot of tests. So, I mean, back then they claimed there was nothing wrong, but God knows what it could be now. I would not put it past. Could it be? I mean, I'm not saying this stuff to make anybody worried or traumatic or some shit. It's just, I don't like it. It's annoying me. And when hopefully the optical office is open tomorrow, I'm going to give them a call. Now, they're not going to be open New Year's Day. And like I said, I would have called sooner. But these symptoms only happened in the last couple of days, and being Christmas and all, I knew I wasn't going to get in. Cataracts? Oh, I don't want a cataract. I think my mom's got one. But she's 79. That's different. You know what? I'm going to tell you something. If I got a cataract, I'm afraid. Psycho's afraid. I don't like anybody touching the head. That didn't sound right, but I'm being serious here for once, okay, gang? So forgive me. I know I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer on Christmas, but I've always been that way. Like anything involving the head, and it might be because of all of the concussions that I had over the years, and I have. I can almost go, 8 of them. I've hit my head bad 8 times over since grade school. Okay. Although that family friend dropped me once on a hardwood floor when I was a baby. Somebody else did the same damn thing. I'm like, you people must hate me. I'm only a year old. Wah, wah, wah. Okay. I'll try and do it eventually. It's not that long. Better than a movie. Watch as a family. Your dad would like it. Thank you. If anybody would know, it'd be you. You are like the researcher of Billboard Top 40 hits, so top 20 and 70. Man, oh man. Yeah, see? I think all of us that grew up, we had the damn 45. Now, whether or not I bought it new, well, no, I would have only been 3. But I know I had it when I was a little kid. In fact, come to think of it, it was in that box of records I talked to you guys about a couple episodes ago. It's always good to get the D. That was the funny moment. But for seriously, take your vitamin D. That's the sunshine vitamin. It also works in immune systems and bone health. I said bone health. Rubber ducky, you're the one. Squeaky, squeaky. Wish I had a fucking duck here. You make bad time lots of fun. Rubber ducky, I'm awfully fond of you. I know the song by heart, played it on VHS over and over for my oldest son who just turned 30. My oldest son on the 19th turned 36. Every day when I make my way to the tubby. I was pre-med. At least that's what I told people when I was making those underground medical films. Wink. Some of those medical films can be fun. Studies have done if you have high blood count of above 5 of pure form of vitamin D, your 68% chance of having a better recovery from chemotherapy. Did not know that. Did not. You're pretty good on a wealth of information on some of this stuff, aren't you, Hoobs? You got to have an operation. Make sure your vitamin D is and that is true, believe it or not. They did tell me, they insisted when I had that knee replacement that I did, what they did was, though, I did the vitamin D up until 5 days before the surgery because they told me none of that. But the minute after that surgery happened, they told me every day, I think it was once or twice a day for 6 weeks, I had to take my D. So yeah, Psycho got the D several times a day. I find a little fellow who cute and find a little blue guy. I'm not going to sing anymore. I'm tired. My dad has his eyes fixed for that. Now he has clear eyes. See what I did there? My dad takes vitamin F. I haven't had any vitamin F, and let me think, when was the last time I was with her? See what I did there? My dad isn't into cartoon. Oh, that's depressing. Groovy Lisa likes D. Admitting it's the first step of the 12. Vitamin D. It's very rare to find D. I dated a woman that had size eyes. Does that count? You can overdose with that is true. If you can overdose with vitamin D, if you've had blood checks and it's optimal, it's fine. If you do not have a problem with your vitamin D transformation by your liver, then you can cause liver damage. Oh, shit. Good advice, Lisa. Vitamin D. Merry Christmas, Paul. Merry Christmas to you. I was dressed like a duck and was in a tub on stage and had a squeaky. Oh, my God. I don't know. It depends on how old you were. Either that would have been cute or it was like, oh, my. I did a lot of dumb, stupid kid plays. I did. Not to be confused with Kid and Play, which you guys know who that is. Lisa used to be in underground medical films. Look at her. Yeah, exactly. True story. Go look over there. You'll find a couple. Keep it to under 3,000 IUs a day. Paul, I would like it as well. Very funny with lots of action. I've seen them, Dusty. She was extremely open in those films. Really? Revealed herself? They were artistic, Fred. She could have won an Oscar. A true story. I brought this up before. And my friend of a friend was a porn star in the 80s and the early 90s. I'll tell you her porn name. I'm not going to tell you the real name. The porn name for this actress in the 80s and early 90s was Crystal Lake. I'm serious. Just like Camp Crystal Lake. That's right. But she really used the name Crystal Lake. And she was in a bunch of movies. I want to say like between 50 and 100. And not bad looking. Not bad. I've seen a couple clips. By the way, I forgot to tell you. Rachel's documentary. She's got nothing on the movie I'm going to be involved in. I didn't get a chance to tell you about this. I landed, I'll admit it's a bit part in a new movie called Toenail. Want to see a few clips? Yeah, I know that was a shitty joke. I don't care. It's Christmas. I can get away with it. She did win an Oscar for sure. It was an Oscar the Grouch doll. Imagine the after party. Dusty. Check the Booty is a food film of mine. Not to be confused with the educational film that involved the history of 16th and 17th century pirates at sea. Everybody oiled up and getting laid and getting their nails done. It's very important to have clean nails, okay? When you're doing extracurricular activities, you want to make sure you don't have any filthy hands, because you put them in certain places and oh my, you could spread diseases. On the other hand, Chris says, I wore a kilt in Brigadoon. Nothing wrong with that. Just think of Braveheart. Lisa says, I only do nudity if it's important to the storyline and in good taste. We'll come up with a storyline. We will. Hey, Hoobs, sounds like you got a good doctor's hospital where you are, Psychopal. Actually, I'll tell you the truth. I had to go to Springfield, Missouri, and I'm glad I did. Dr. Jones was a good doctor. I don't want to have to do that to my right knee, but if I have to, that's where I want to go. And I didn't have to pay a damn thing for it. Seriously. Except the rehab, which they're not getting anything. Because according to what I read, I was supposed to get included in this 20 rehab sessions. Yeah, but did you hear what I said? And now I would love to be in a movie, even if it was a bit part for about 30 seconds. That's always been on my weird bucket list. Obviously, 1975 Bozo Show was my first TV appearance. I did do a couple local cable commercials in the 80s. One for the record store I went to. It was an interesting little thing. You just see me sideways looking at a bunch of 45s. And then let's see, late 80s, I was in the background of a video for a home improvement company called Handy Andy. You Got It Made, which they've been dead since like the late 90s. But it was in like the Cleveland, Ohio market. We're the only ones that saw it. I don't know why. So somewhere there is a commercial with me in the background. I don't know. Let's see. And the Fox Thing in the Morning in the mid-90s with Ray Rayner. That show I actually have on VHS, the whole thing, thanks to my mom. But somebody did put it on YouTube, but it got taken down in the last 12 to 18 months. Or I'd show a little clip. Paid 3 parts, and I tap danced in George am. Wait, you're not in the... No, I'm not in the Archie, Doc. I was being silly. Did you not catch the... The problem is, and I understand, I'm tired too, and it's Christmas. When you have to explain a joke, then you know that it's not funny anymore. So that's on me. That's a good program as well. As one of my favorite sitcom, Idea. They had a Psycho Paul. Oh my God. Seriously. Then they played a prince in a drama and slapped a girl in the face with a glove. Didn't like her much. It was fun. Yes, actually, they were involved in making the AccuJack in the 1980s. But they had to get out due to an impending lawsuit. Yeah, it's a shame that YouTube have stopped you leaving YouTube links these days. I don't know. I would have stole the show. I don't know about that. Father jokes at Christmas, nothing wrong with that. I'm all for cheesy jokes. Well, thank you, Hoobs. I forgot to mention, that my wife, we were together for years in Milwaukee, with our kids, Richie and Joni, and we won't talk about Chuck, but Mrs. C, she turned 95 yesterday. Yeah, Marion Ross is 95 years old. My God. She was a cutie, though, back then. It's okay, Paul. Had to explain a lot of jokes to you. Let's see the movie, Paul. Da, 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 da. I'm lost on jokes. It's fly over my head. Merry Christmas, Jim. How is STL? Is that doing good over there? Oh, bad. I am so sorry. It is, I am just so sleepy. So you know what? I didn't get a chance to finish the Bozo story. I just remembered that. See what my ADD does? Oh yeah. That's what for the moment, thank God I looked at the forecast, and it's going to get a cold snap January 2nd. January 2nd, they claim. But no S word. I don't like saying the word. Go steal some ham. You don't want your sister to take all the damn ham, damn it. Remember, go ahead and hate your neighbor. One Tin Soldier. I sang that at solo for Madrigal Choir. A song from Coven, ladies and gentlemen. I came across that album once on Mercury. It might have been their first or whatever. And technically they were, if I remember right, they were a Chicago band, but I didn't get the album. And I'll tell you why, because it just gave off bad mojo. Like there was a lot of occultic things on the outside and the inside of the LP. Don't get me wrong, the lady in that band was cute, but I'm like, I don't want this. Hey Brian, how you doing? How's Tokyo? Is it still there? Yeah, I don't blame you, Doug. Yeah, we got to get together for coffee again, maybe after the holidays. No, I know what you're talking about, though. It's me. I'm Ham. She's afraid her sister will take all of me. Why don't you take all of... Anyways, sorry. This chair, I love it, but it gets annoying. That's why I have a pillow under it, because it hurts my upper calves. Now, back to the original story of the Bozo Show. So, a longtime WGN employee passed away. I thought I heard within the last couple weeks even. They were going through the remnants and they found a... I'm going to get really confused here. I don't know. Is it U-matic that's your master and then the quad is the underneath? Or is it the other way around for video from a television station? Needless to say, they discover a 5-minute night Christmas Day 1972 Bozo. Yeah, Yeah, Christmas Day of 72, and they released the clip today, and I watched it, and the only thing I can figure out, because even they went off and said at the beginning that that the kid that was in the grand prize game was either maybe a family friend or a relative to the WGN employee, and that's how he was able to. He just got the 5 minutes, and the kid is in most of that 5 minutes. He only makes it to bucket number 2, and then you get to see him at the end in the Grand March. So yes, it was a splice and dice on this. It's not a 5 minute consistent. It's whatever I guess had the kid in it, but it's from that day, and that's like one of the earliest examples, seriously, found of the Chicago Bozo Show. So very happy that that's out. It's just too bad that they couldn't find the whole damn thing. Put your name down as an extra. You'll get a roll, Paul. Yes, and it'll be hopefully a nice, tasty yeast roll. I said yeast roll. Or a Cheddar Bay biscuit. I'll go for that. It's all about the biscuit. The biscuit. I'll risk it for the biscuit. Lucky you got ham. I got nothing but sausage and see. But you know what, though? I like sausage. That didn't sound right. But, like Italian style, you just cut it up. Or hell, I would have, like you said, sausage and cereal. Well, it depends on the cereal. My favorite cereal is like Golden Grahams, probably followed by Honey Nut Chex. At least currently. Frosted Cheerios, I think, is in the top 5. Yeah. Another one that I like, Quaker Oat Squares. I do, but Psycho learned a magic lesson many, many years ago. Only one bowl. I said bowl. You take more than one bowl, and listen, it's not like colon blow cereal. Remember that? But you're still going to get the same effect. By the way, to the 3 dozen people in here, I want to say thank you for taking your time out to be here with this jackass idiot. I love having you people here. If you feel like it, please like and subscribe, put the thumbs up. Not that it matters the numbers at the end of the day. It's just a numbers game. That's all it is. I don't take things too fucking seriously on this. But I will just say we're 2 away from 1,200. It only took almost 14 years. And also, I'm just saying, we're going to call it the Christmas Coffee Cup Coalition to the end of the year. If you feel inclined, kindly donate to the Christmas Coffee Cup Coalition, aka me. All the money, all the donations, all the donos stay in the show. What do we get with them? Stuff for future Jukebox from Hells. Like, for example, this coming week will be a new Jukebox from Hell episode 49, and that will be the 1990 album Crosby, Stills, and Nash's Live It Up with the shitty hot dog cover. Yeah. As in dealing drugs. Yeah, see? Johnny Vegas. Yeah. Anybody ever watch the movie Johnny Dangerously with Michael Keaton? And that the girl goes and off and asks him, or was it the bad guy? He goes, "Why's your last name an adverb?" I'm like, oh boy. Ham is mine. Mwahaha. Now, I'm just throwing this out there. Urban legend, obviously, this is not how she died. Don't mama cast yourself, okay? While eating a ham sandwich, don't do it. It's off the wall. It's sitcom wacky. My family and me are fighting over the property. Oh, shit. See, I hate that. I feel bad for you people. Morton, how? Hey, God, Jewel, Paul. And Morton, good to see you over here, my friend. I love my worldwide friends. I do. And it's nice to see you, Morton. I know you did a video recently. There was one I responded, excuse me, in the last couple of weeks, but I'm so far behind on everyone's videos. Yes, Cheddar Bay biscuits, but I got to tell you something. I've only been to Red Lobster once, but They have the frozen Cheddar Bay biscuits, which I know aren't going to be the same, or the baking mix that you can get in the baking aisle at any grocery store. Yummy. Don't drink Krabby's 1837 Edinburgh gin while flying. Oh my. Yeah, 14. Good advice. You know what? And that is the thing about being down here. Okay. I'm still a Yankee, but I'll swear to you on this, double swear. In the 40 years that I lived in Illinois, never did I have biscuits and gravy. I'm serious. Or banana pudding. Serious. That I remember anyway. I come down here and I'm a little picky with my biscuits and gravy. Okay. I am. Now, the VFW, or excuse me, the Legion. Or is it the VFW? I don't know. They're next to the post office. They have this all-you-can-eat $7 breakfast the first Saturday of the month, which they'll probably be doing next week. Yeah. And they make great biscuits and gravy. Oh, my God. It's so good. I like porridge. Now, I have to figure out, and I'm going to be ignorant here. I know porridge is mostly a English thing. Okay. And let me bring this up. I thought this was very amusing years ago that I discovered that the original poem, Peace Porridge Pot, Peace Porridge Cold, Peace Porridge in the Pot 9 days old, is spelled like my last name. Because it is English. Peas is English. But I really don't know the consistency of porridge. Okay? Is it like multi-meal grade? Is it less, more? I don't know. What is biscuits with gravy that makes me feel sick? Well, I'll tell you what it is. You have to be careful. You have to be careful about the sausage. I remember one time at a restaurant, and I had some of the, and it was damn cold in the mouth. I'm like, nope. I spit it out. Normally, spitters are for quitters, but in this case, I spit what was out of there, and I'm like, no. It turned me off. I wasn't going to have biscuits and gravy at that establishment. Cracker Barrel, I think, made some decent biscuits and gravy. Thanks, but you know what? I got to tell you something. This watch gets a little screwy. It's only $8 over at Walmart. What sort of gravy? Chicken gravy, beef, lamb, vegetable? That's a good question. Oh man, pepper gravy. Pepper gravy is what I think they usually use for the biscuits and gravy. Is pepper gravy. I got a cool coffee cup from Brandon Titanic. Oh, that's from Branson Titanic Museum. Nice. It's black, and when you put hot coffee. Oh, you got a trick mug. Okay. Oh, I love trick mugs. I've got, as opposed to cheap trick mugs, which that would be funny to have a coffee cup that said cheap trick. I got to find one someday. But I love trick mugs. I've got the Psycho Platter trick mug that I've showed you people. And then I have a Peanuts, Charlie Brown, Snoopy trick mug. No, oh God, fish. Ew. That'd be fish heads, which we previously showed that video, and I got dinged for it. Yeah. I'll tell you right now, if I was Harry, even though it wasn't his apartment anymore, I'd feel like very bad. It's like, uh-oh. And I think, he was friends with both of them. And it's just like, oh, shit, Wasn't there another person, though, that died that was like a celebrity in Nielsen's apartment? I thought there was 3, but I can't remember. So what do they show in America then with the Muppets? I only know Sesame Street. Well, you see, I don't have HBO, so I don't get to watch the Sesame Street. I haven't watched it in years. I have no excuse. I might have showed it to my grandkids barely, but it was mostly gone by then. Um, well, they tried that new Muppet show I think ABC had, and it only lasted a season or two, which I heard wasn't really that good. I like the 70s Muppet Show, the one that ITV put out in Britain. Very, very, very good show from the 70s. I dig that show. Eventually, I want to get the box set of that. That was some fun stuff. You're welcome, Morton. You're absolutely welcome. Johnny Dangerously, an old pal, called himself that in his first incarnation before he reverted to John Bramwell of I Am Clute. Great band, good old days. I Am Clute. See, and you know what's funny? Oh no, I know I'm screwing this up. Somebody did an album. Was it John Mayall live at Kluke's Cleek or something? Yeah, yeah. I guess Red Lobster though. I know they went to file for bankruptcy, but I think they might have got saved some. Do they have big tenderloins down there, Paul? You know, I'm not going to lie to you. I haven't had a steak in a restaurant since Outback. I remember when Jess was alive, my late wife, she got Outback gift card for Christmas one year, so we went for lunch. It was good, but you know what? Truthfully, if I want a steak, I'm either gonna go off and make it my damn self. Seriously, my son makes really good steaks. Banana pudding you never had, you need to try it. Now, I will tell you this. Maybe one of the easiest recipes, because this is what the GF told me, that you follow the box, the recipe on the box for Jell-O. She, of course, adds extra things into it, and it's really good. Well, biscuits as in a biscuit, not to be confused with a rubber biscuit or a wish biscuit, which is different from wish sandwich. And you may ask what a wish sandwich is. A wish sandwich is when you have two pieces of bread and wish there was something in the middle of it. Yeah, I know. I took that when I heard the Blues Brothers years ago. Gotta have sausage in that gravy. You damn straight. Somebody tried bacon gravy once. I remember I can't remember who did it. And I'm like, no, no, no. I love bacon, but that's not how this works. It didn't taste right. It's gotta be sausage. I'm a whiner. Just watched a Garage Geek recommended movie. Why I'm still up? Safety not guaranteed. Oh my God. Well, Morton, you want a good laugh. Okay, maybe it's not a laugh. He's like, because Riff Tracks made fun of it. Shake Hands with Danger. Go watch that short educational safety film. Oh my God. Well, they are a sweet treat. I mean, okay, it'd be scones, right? I love me some scones. I can't remember what place I went to. They had the best blueberry scones on it, and they're not around anymore. Nah. Give peace a chance. Correct. I am very, very extremely picky on the pork. I really, really am. That can get you bad. Chicken can too. Anything, I guess, can get you bad. But pork is one of the worst. You undercook that damn thing? Mm-mm. I'm sorry. I would rather slightly overcook it. Slightly. Well, yeah, like I said, thanks. It's just a cheap ass watch, but it works. Not big on peas, but I like pie floater. What's pie floater? I'm an idiot. I tried it in Australia. My mother always said that eating undercooked hammer pork would give you. That's right. It's called. Is it called trichinosis? Or I'm not a doctor. Damn it, Jim! I'm a doctor. I'm not a moon shuttle conductor. Yeah, there's some truth to the Dusty. More in the past. I think in the last 30 years, the new zoo review. Gonna try hump on you. Oh boy, I showed those bloopers about a couple months ago. Oh my God. Muppets are the best. They feel like friends. And Rainbow Connection, indeed. I'm gonna go get some more coffee, but before I do, you know what? This is a little bit of a time killer. And so you're gonna have to forgive me. It is Christmas. So I'm gonna play these again, even though I played them separately. A few weeks back. And this will give me an excuse. We'll go in order. 51. And I'm going to fast forward at least to there. So, you know what? Enjoy this for a minute or two. And don't run away, please. Pretty please with sugar on top.
That's hard rock and Coco.
Now listen, my children, you shall hear a story fantastic, a story so queer. It's all about Santa and his helpers three. There's Hard Rock and Coco and Joe.
Now Hart's the driver up there by his sleigh. Coco reads maps and he shows him the way. Though old Santa really has no need for Joe, but takes him 'cause he loves him so. Oh, you lady, aye, Donner and Blitzen, away, away. Oh, you lady, I ho. I'm Hard Rock.
I'm Coco.
I'm Joe. And Santa is busy with his heavy pack. He trusts his drivers and never looks back. Oh, you lady, I ho. I'm Hard Rock.
I'm Coco.
I'm Joe.
Now go to bed early on this Christmas Eve. I've no way of knowing just what you'll receive. But you'll hear their laughter, that much I do know. We'll be Hard Rock and Coco and Joe.
The three little men, only 2 feet high, singing to Santa way up in the sky, laughing and shouting as the sleigh bells ring. It's Hard Rock and Coco and Joe. Oh, you lady, I hate Donner and Blitzen, away, away. Oh, you lady, I hope. He's Hard Rock.
He's Coco.
He's Joe. And Santa is busy with his heavy pack. He trusts his drivers and never looks back. Oh, you lady, I hope. He's Hard Rock.
He's Coco.
He's Joe.
Old Santa will come in and set down his pack, and Hard Rock all the reindeer till Santa comes back.
If you hear a giggle as he turns to go, it's Coco and Snowball and Joe. Oh, you lady, I hate Donner and Blitzen, away, away. Oh, you lady, I hope. I'm Hard Rock.
I'm Coco.
I'm Joe. And Santa's busy with his heavy pack. He trusts his drivers and never looks back. Oh, you lady, I hope. I'm Hard Rock.
I'm Coco.
I'm Joe. Oh, you lady, I hope.
Here you go. From 1951, Hard Rock, Coco, and Joe. If you grew up in the 70s and the 80s, they would play there's 3 of them they would play. That was the first one. I'll play the other 2 in the next half hour or so. But it always that gives me good Christmas memories. You know? So Jim, you asked me, let me go try to pull back up here. Has your record collecting slowed down the last couple of years with record prices? I've been getting more CDs and cassettes. As far as for new stuff, I barely touch it. I barely touch new records. But I mean, like I do have one that's, I don't know what the hell is Amazon's problem. I'm about ready to cancel the damn order and order from somewhere else because I'm like, that's the first time I've ever had any problem with Amazon. But that Badfinger LP, it got put out on the 13th and they still don't even have it in damn stock. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I'll probably just go order it from the official website. But usually it's used LPs all the way around, unless now like sometimes the vintage stock will have sale. They'll drop prices on some of the newer LPs, and like I got Julian Lennon's Jude for like $9.99. I got the last Lit album, which by the way, Lit is going back on tour, and in fact, Lit is playing Cherokee Casino. I found out in West Siloam.
Oh, hey.
Hey
there, Paul. How are you?
I am all right, but sometimes listening to Lit records, I'm my own worst enemy.
I remember that song. Yeah.
I'm an idiot. I don't know what a hot shot sandwich is. I really don't, but it sounds good.
Cool.
Porridge is the same consistency as wallpaper paste, but lumpy.
I don't think I ever tried porridge, to be honest.
Actually, I almost maybe wouldn't mind that. I probably could throw a few things extra in the porridge. Better Off Dead movie. Laughed my ass off. Oh, my God. Rice porridge is big for Christmas here in Scandinavia. That actually sounds good, though. Cinnamon, sugar, and a dollop of butter.
Hey,
Yum. That does sound yummy, Morton. HR, puffin stuff. Who's your friend when things get rough?
Yeah. I've seen some of that.
They took it to puffin stuff. Lidsville,
Hey,
Bugaloos. They all were on acid. Let's face it, when they wrote those things. Yeah, the musical Christmas special Muppet Show, Paul. Yeah, they were good. I used to show them every weekend. Try and catch us the special Christmas special version. Yeah, and of course they did their version of Muppet Christmas Carol. Yeah, there were 4 dwarves got knocked off. Yes, we won't explain that now or why. I remember when Christmas, I think it was, they had, yeah, that's right. They did have Harrison Ford on the Muppets. There was a lot of cool people that were on the Muppet Show I think they did 4 or 5 seasons. I can't remember which, but yeah, it looks like Melody. Hey. Were those designed to scare children? Well, I don't know. I just know a lot of people actually still love watching the things that grew up in that time frame. I think Joe was Santa's seeing eye elf.
Hey, Paul, I know you got 2 British guys in the chat gallery.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Like I said, we're worldwide here, baby.
Yeah. I think it's pretty late for the Brits. I was thinking, I don't know.
Trading. Well, yeah, but see, they're getting towards Boxing Day.
Yeah,
it's the 26th. You see, Boxing Day. Yeah, Trading Places is a good film. I remember seeing that back in, I think it was 84. I think it came out. I don't do new vinyl. Yeah, but hang on there, Doug. If we're talking about, well, no, I get where he's going on this because I know his standards. But what if it's unreleased old music and it's on vinyl?
Good point.
What about that? Because I mean, got in you big while I eat. That doesn't sound right. Is that one of the lines from your Underground Medical film that we need to know? I love the gorilla scene in the train. Especially when they get the gorilla off the get the gorilla off the train and the expression on his face. Oh my God. John says, need money. I used to get records left and right. But well, yeah. 70s and 80s. My God, man. I scoured those clearance racks weekly. And I didn't have a lot of money. I mean, I some days I did and some days I didn't. It depended on how many bottles I collected and turned into the grocer. But I mean, we're talking they had clearance 45s too. Like I remember there was this one joint, they clearance them to 29 cents. And I'd be like, Label looks interesting. I don't know who the hell this is. Most of the time I did okay. I did trip on one or two shit ones, but I'd say I had an 80% success rate in my choosings. And then the albums, sure, they'd get 99 cents, they'd drop them to 99 cents, and I'm sitting here going,
That's a good deal.
yeah, well, this is the 70s, and I'd be like going,
70s.
brand new, and I'm going, ooh, I go, that one looks interesting. This looks lame. I just keep, of course, why couldn't I have found all those Monkees albums for 99 cents back in the day? There is a true story, though, that people have mentioned in monkey groups, okay, that when Cold Gem shut down in 71, okay, and they did, Barrel Full of Monkees was the last thing they put out in the spring of 71, and then they shut the whole thing down, right? So Cold Gems was only around 5 years. That was it. Everything else reverted back to Columbia or RCA, excuse me.
If I remember correctly, was Cold Gems a subsidiary of RCA Victor or not?
It was Columbia and Screen Gems. They just went.
Okay.
So what they did was, okay, Cold Picks was your pre Cold Gems.
I got some Cold Picks.
And then Cold Picks died in 65, 66, flips to Cold Gems. And so what I'm getting in the story on this, though, is that starting like in the late part of the year into 72, there was in the clearance racks, I guess, if you were lucky, it didn't matter where, there was clearanced, still sealed Monkees LPs, including the Head and Instant Replay and Monkees Present and Changes. And yes.
I have this album.
Hang on a minute.
But, well, yeah, you don't have this Monkees album, but take a look. I don't have bright enough light here. Take a look, right? I can't read that. It says manufactured and distributed by RCA New York on the back.
Right. Now, I'm assuming that's a stereo, Dave?
Yes.
Okay, now let me ask you something. On that back cover, let me see, there, or at least tell me, okay, so Davy Jones's thing is there. Now, let me explain. But what does it say? What does the Davy thing say?
Why are we forever weaving new ties to bind us to the earth, Edith side bottom?
Okay, believe it or not, then you have a first press, and I know this is going to sound really weird, but after that album came out, he thought he was doing her a favor. He got a minor lawsuit because of putting that on there. So the latter version.
I've never heard Edith before, actually.
Yeah, well, I think it's a fake name, but I'm not sure. But the point is, they had to change it just on Davy's head. So the second press will be a different phrase on Davy's picture. Yeah. I'm such a nerd for these stupid things. I mean, it's just like with the Monkees' Head in the Jerry Goffin era, excuse me. So, but I assume that's stereo. I wish it was mono. Oh my God. Oh my God. I want a mono one so bad. I always look at Target and Walmart and can't believe how expensive. I know, right?
That's true, Jim. I agree, Jim. Gee, some albums.
I'll tell you the last thing that I bought vinyl wise from Target. For some reason, they clearanced Steve Perry's new album at the time, Traces. It was a double album. It was $7.99, still sealed, and I grabbed it because it had extra songs. Believe it or not, that was not on the CD. That's why. And I was going, it was a Target exclusive. And I'm like, holy shit, but you know what? Even the extra songs didn't help. The only song I like off that Steve Perry Traces is the one that John Five co-wrote. Yeah, he co-wrote a song on a Steve Perry solo album. Go figure.
Hey, Paul, can I interrupt for a second?
Sure.
I didn't know, but I found a trailer. Have you heard of that new movie called Red One about Santa getting kidnapped?
No.
I just came across the open trailer. Sounds like a cool movie.
Red One, huh? Lit and Fuel are playing at the local Indian casino by me. Sounds like that show will be absolutely fire. And
Yeah.
Dave, that's the thing. Uh, when they announced Lit, and I'm trying to remember when. I hope I can catch that show, but I can't remember if it's like because they don't like doing the shows vary. They usually do the concerts, the free concerts. They start them at either 8 or 9 p.m. And like I said, it's at least a 45-minute to an hour drive. So I don't mind getting there early. It's just leaving is the pain in the ass because then you have to come back and it's like, but they were supposed to have a free show. This was around Thanksgiving, Spin Doctors. And they had to reschedule. I think something went wrong in the band, so they're gonna reschedule the whole damn thing
I never liked the Spin
later.
Doctor music that much, to be honest with you.
I saw them actually
Yeah.
back in the early to mid O's. I have a picture with me and the singer. Very good Christmas short.
Yeah,
Check it out.
Two
Merry
Princes,
Christmas round 2.
Little Miss Can't Be Wrong. I remember. He's from Britain, 70s Channel. That guy.
Oh, okay.
His name is Julian. Found out.
Mason, hi. Yeah, this was the gentleman here that recommended the Monkey Blu-ray set. So yeah, possible. If it's unreleased stuff. Now, listen, I understand you're not a big fan of 180. I'm not a big fan of 180 either. I think personally, if they're going to make them a little more durable, make them 120 for God's sakes. I don't think that would be too ridiculous. I don't know why they have to make them so friggin' thick and heavy. Well, I think 120 would be better. Gonna go eat, try the, sure. Let us know how the hammy and the prime rib were. I premiered a video about my new reissue of Aha's 2009 album, Foot of the Mountain. I didn't know they did an album in 2009. Very happy it got a reissue as those. Well, yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, like the 2 songs on the comp album. Now, I found an album, okay, but this was from the 80s. And it was love songs. But it was whoever owned the Aladdin and Savoy catalogs, okay, from the old. So
Yeah.
and so it was love songs from these doo-woppers, and on that album there was 2 unreleased songs never released before that final comp. So it's like, I love when people do that. Rhino was really good for doing that back in the day.
I have 2 Aladdin 45 records from the 50s.
It's a great label. That's a good cartoon. You watch it every year. I prefer the sequel to Snowman and His Dog. You'll like that, Paul. The 80s weren't too bad. Yeah. I would say probably like the early to about like 85, 86 for vinyl. Because then, CDs, at least as far as for US introduction, 1983. They were so damn expensive even then. They were even damn expensive in the early 90s. I remember when John from Rose Records, the owner there, and I just remember those prices. I'm like, I said back then, I go, it's going to take me years before I can afford CDs. That's what was the attitude 30 years ago. So I stuck to, they didn't have vinyl anymore unless sometimes he would get a clearance bin, but it was rare. It would be clearance cassettes or clearance CDs, which there wasn't that many of them at the time. But, I would peruse. Yeah, I mean, I got my collections over the years were full of cutouts.
The last of the pressing cutouts.
Yes, Arista. It was so. It was. So it goes Cold Gems, Bell, Arista, Rhino. So for your main generalities, I still need to get a copy of Monkey Mania from 1979, Arista, double album. That is actually what slightly ignited the Monkey revival before the bigger Monkey revival. I remember seeing that in the record store, Skip store, brand new. And I'm, oh my God, color cover. I love the cover. And there was 4 unreleased songs at the time in 79. And I'm like, holy shit, because that was a new thing. Couldn't afford it. That thing always was high priced. And I have still yet to come across a copy. The trend, the trend, yeah. A lot of cutouts were mono. Oh, you betcha. To have those today. I bought 2 versions of the Monkees album this year, Dave. The second had a very good, excuse me. Oh, a horse zoom BBM, huh? That might be interesting. I bet you the sound is really good on that. I heard that Horzu from Germany, if I'm pronouncing it right.
And Paul, some of the, there's certain I read in one of my, I have like one of those older gold mine price guides.
Yeah.
There's certain albums from, you know, they stereo they do stereo albums up to like December 67. Then there's certain promo albums from 68 that were put out in mono. They're hard to find, I guess.
Here's another one to throw at you. The first 2 Zeppelin albums, mono, promo only.
I think I read about that, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I am just like, I have never seen one. I've seen a picture of one. I've never seen one.
Me neither.
So they exist. But yes, I mean, 68 was the death knell in America for the mono. For 90% of the labels.
Yeah.
And then, but the early stereo records, like 58, 59, 60,
58.
Those can be some big money records. Some, not all.
I have a few stereo albums from 58.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Why am I playing that? Okay. I love National Record Mart and the head shops in the 70s. We had one called Sound City. They had glassware locked up in a case behind the counter.
Hey, Bow Richie.
Bought a lot of prog stuff just by the weird. And you know what? I would have done the same thing. An album cover will draw me in if it looks interesting. And obviously the record companies know that. That's I discovered Vandergraaf Generator, Pawn Hearts, and Gong, Shamal, and Magma's Attack. Now, I know who those bands are, but I have not listened to any of those bands. Isn't that sad? I have not touched that. Yeah, about $30 each roughly.
Were they?
When they came out. Oh, you betcha.
When I was a teenager in the late 80s, I never even looked at the prices of CDs. I remember.
Now, chances are that Arista comp, depending on when you got it, I am going to guess and say it was that 1976 one that they put out. And I had it too. Eventually, I'll get it back in the collection, but it's not a priority. But it would give me childhood memories looking at it again. But it was an orange cover. It was like an outtake from a photo session from like 66, and it looks really nice. It was a nice cover for a Monkees comp. And then, of course, they did like a volume 2, if you will, which really wasn't as good. But and then, of course, they did Then and Now, where you get the 3 new songs, which they're okay, but they're not great.
I like that song. That was Then, This Is Now.
That
was a catchy one.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, the original person that did that song was a band called the Mosquitoes. I hope I got that right. Hi, Jen.
Can't remember who. Yeah.
Yeah, but I still like the song anyway. But once again, on a record collector standpoint, if you manage to have that 45 of That Was Then, This Is Now, and it says the Monkees on the label, that's a true first press.
Oh, cool.
Because what happened was Davey bitched because he wasn't on the record. It was just Peter and Mickey. And Davey's like, I'm not on this. And he goes, yank the name.
Oh.
I don't know why he was so hateful about all this junk. So the second pressing says, like it's either the Monkees featuring Mickey Dolenz and Peter Tork, or it's like Mickey Dolenz and Peter Tork of the Monkees. That's the second press.
I just never thought about that either.
One of the biggest mistakes that they made, though, was because That Was Then, This Is Now was a top 40, but why they thought that they had to re-release Daydream Believer. Big mistake. It didn't make any sense. Another good one was Triumvirate. Old Loves Die Hard. They were German and sounded like ELP.
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Hmm.
Yeah, the orange one. That's right, Morton. That was that along with More of the Monkees was my first Monkee records I had in the mid 70s. Excuse me a minute, Dave. I'm going to get some more coffee. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Keep them enthralled.
I'll try. Hey guys, hope you had a good Christmas. This is why I can never do a live stream. I can't hold attention. Well, I didn't get any new music for Christmas yet or anything. Hey, AZ Mech, what mischief are you up to? So needle zip. Tried to play my first CD on my little turntable. Who knew? Cold CDs. Compact disc, yeah. No, Sean, didn't get any. I got a gift certificate, but I didn't get any music from anyone, unfortunately. Merry Christmas to you, Sean. Hey, Merry Christmas, Mr. 4D man. Hey, Dan, got you. Merry Christmas. Well, I pretty much showed all my albums. BLCD Crispy. Cool. Wild Dreamscape. Cool. Welcome back, Paul.
Thanks, people. Sorry about that. I just figured I might as well take care of something else too, because
Yeah,
the kids are gonna get up pretty shortly here. Thanks for what? What were you gonna? Thanks for leaving you high and dry.
No,
Is that what you're gonna say?
Thanks for putting up with me, gallery. No.
Mine was the last Arista, then and now the best of the Monkees. Yeah, like I said, I'm glad they put that out, though. I mean, it was like a refresh, but at least a couple new songs. The songs weren't great, but at least it put them back out there.
Yeah.
It did help that MTV started the Monkey Marathon thing in '86, and like, boom! It just, if it wasn't for that, I tried to play my first CD on my Lynn turntable. Who knew? Never seen one before. Oh, okay, I get it. It's just like when Dave went off, Hop Frog said, yeah, I bought for the store. I found it was like a sander disc or something. And I'm like, oh my God, you're too funny. So under the name, zzz, zzz, zzz. Once again, Merry Christmas, everybody. Yeah, you already explained that, didn't you already? Oh, good. Nice for the VCLT. Oh, yeah. He's got his Amazon card.
What's that reading? Oh, that's why it's reading backwards.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't show the numbers on it. The CD was given me as new stock diverted from a closed down record store. I couldn't figure out where the grooves were. I got a few albums for Christmas. I paid for them myself.
Yeah, exactly. It's good.
I get CDs for £1. See, that's a good price. There is 2 joints. I said joints. That I can get CDs for 50 cents each. And I try to frequent them at least monthly. So maybe every other week sometimes. Vag. You like a bit of Gong Flying Teapot. I'm going to have to check out some of these things. Guess what? You know what? The first record that started me collecting was... Yes, it's another cup. I'm on cup 3. I got the Beck Boger Apache box. Oh, nice on that.
Cool.
That is very cool. No offense, I'm not a big Springsteen fan, but good for you, you know. I mean, E Street Band, we've said this before, E Street Band kicks ass. One of the best live bands, probably, seriously, in the history of rock. I just, Bruce Springsteen could be I like some of his songwriting, just not him. I don't like his voice. Sorry.
His voice is okay. I just, yeah.
But so what was it? What was the first record that started for you to collect? Oh man, I have brought this up before, but this is my third collection. I started my first collection in the 80s. It was Elvis and Beatles centric, but also Monkees. So like Elvis, Beatles, Monkees, Who, handful of other things. The Monkees, the album, more of the Monkees, AM radio, In the Day in My Head, Not Your Stepping Stone. That's right. And
I like that song, I'm Not Your Stepping Stone.
Yeah. I mean, I like their version better than Paul Revere and the Raiders version, because theirs was first.
Yeah, I just found out Paul Revere. I found the original version of it, Paul Revere.
Yeah. You know what? I know I can clean this up since I didn't have to clean up anything for the last 2 episodes. But I'm going to play this. This is actually one of my favorite Raiders songs. And the thing is that this was their brief, and I say brief, bubblegum stage. The thing is that makes this song more confusing is there's 3 different versions of this song. And, well, I like the single. The single is better. Okay. I'll probably get dinged for this. I did not know. Let's see here. Okay, it's only 2 minutes long, gang. But this is we'll show happening 69. This has got to be.
That was a TV one of their TV.
Yep. So.
I've heard Cinderella Sunshine. That's a catchy one.
That's right, Cinderella Sunshine. Good stuff for Bubblegum Raiders. Of course, the other one that they like to call out, being that is Mr. Sun, Mr. Moon, is another like some of that. Atomic Rooster, I love. I'm beginning to really get into them.
Supposedly that song, I actually read. Supposedly that song, Mr. Sun, Mr. Moon, is about a Ouija board. That's what I read.
Oh, I don't know anything about that. I can tell you, Cinderella Sunshine was a groupie in the late 60s that used to mill around.
I can believe that.
Yeah. Which I'm almost done with the groupie book. Boy, oh boy, I know I've spared you people for a while. I'll probably go back to reading some of it, but I'm not going to get to all of it. Yeah, no kidding. And you too could possibly see him live this summer. He is on the Happy Together Tour 2025. Wow. Coming to possibly a theater or outdoor venue near you. Unfortunately, nowhere near my ass, because I really would love to see this show. Let's see if I can get this right. It's the Turtles, which of course is a turtle, and Ron Dante of the Archies. He's a turtle, an honorary Turtles. That's why they do the duet thing, right? So during the Turtles set, he'll get in the spotlight and sing Archie stuff, okay?
Hey, Paul, I don't mean to Paul, did you know, since you mentioned Ron Dottie, did you know he was in the top 10 with the Archies and the Cufflinks were in the Billboard top 10 at the same time?
Tracy, I know it, Tracy. The Tamesmen. Oh, that's right. Cups and Cakes. I'm telling you, Cups and Cakes.
45 to Tracy, too.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
We had those haircuts in '66 competition at school. Who's got the longest fringe over the eyes without getting worn to cut it? Ian Prescott won. So let's see. So Turtles, Mark Lindsay, Cowsills will be there. The Cowsills put on a great show. If you people can get to see them, go see them. I got to see them with all 4 surviving members. It's 3 of the 4. Paul should be back by then because I know he needed some surgery or something. So let's see, Little Anthony, and of course his new Imperials.
Well, Anthony.
Yeah, he's still alive, Little Anthony. Go figure. In fact, the only tribute band, I know I'm missing one on this lineup, but the only tribute band that's on this here is the Vogues, which I'm like, there hasn't been an authentic Vogue with one member since the early 1990s. So yeah, I hate that. It's just like, I think it was 1 or 2 tours ago on the Happy Together, they had the Grassroots, and I'm like, Rob Grill's dead. There's nobody else. Okay. I think for one tour when Rob was alive, and it was like, he brought back Joel Larson. He was the original drummer for the Grassroots. He only shows up for, I think, the first single, which, by the way, I came across the first Grassroots album. Never seen it in my life. It's a very plain cover, but the guy wrote Rare, and I'm like, well, he's not lying. I've never seen it in my life. And it was Where Were You When I Needed You? Yeah, that was where that hit came from. Yeah. And I had the pleasure to meet Creed Bratton back about 2019, I think. 2019. Creed Bratton from The Office. He was a member of the Grassroots. So I got him to sign some things, some albums. Pothead Pixies, Riding on the Teapot Taxis.
Gone.
I Am You, Are They, Are We, Are Crazy. Another connection between Paul Revere and the Monkees. That's right, Keith Allison co-wrote and plays guitar on one of my favorite Monkees songs, Auntie's Municipal Court. Of course, yes, off of Birds, Bees, Monkees. You know what? I'm not monetizing this video anyway. Let's play it. I kind of want to. If you people have never heard the Monkees go psychedelic, this is a very good song. This is the first cut off of Birds, Bees, Monkees.
I always thought this on P.O. Box is kind of a little bit psychedelic, kind of.
Mm-hmm. What did you say about P.O. Box 984?
That's kind of a psychedelic one, a little bit.
Yes, it is. Written by Boyce and Hart.
Yeah.
So take a listen to this if you've never heard this, gang. This is basically Mickey and Mike, but supposedly Peter's on there too. No, but that sounds fun. Oh yeah, that probably would be better, wouldn't it?
Fireman, crazy man, he can't see. Sound of the sunset, the sound of the sea. Why do the people always look at me? Nobody here can see that we are you. We are you. She's him too. She's him too. Fine man, crazy man, he can't see. Sound of the sunset, the sound of the sea. Solid glass statue with a door. Used to come as one, now comes as four. Somebody here just sent for more. Red and yellow cartoons saying, we need to. More than you. More than you. Silent bad statuary guards the door. Used to come as one, now comes as four. Somebody stole their mind. Somebody stole their mind. They say they can find what is kind, what is kind, what is kind. Somebody stole their mind. Somebody stole their mind. They say they can't find what is kind, what is kind, what is kind. Find a man crazy man he can't see. Sound of the sunset, sound of the sea. Why do the people walk away from me? Nobody here wants to see that we are you. We are you. She's him too. She's him too. Found a man, crazy man he can't see. Sound of the sunset, sound of the sea. Sound of the sunset, sound of the sea.
Keith Allison on guitar somewhere in this.
It's a little bit weird at the end there.
It sounds so much better in headphones when you're listening to that album. Since I'm not even going to monetize this damn thing, I'm going to play another one too in a second here. I haven't been monetizing the last couple of videos, and the reason why is because sometimes our little talks get a little risque, and I'm not really in the mood to deal with the YTP. Let's see here. Saw the Reformed Zombies in the early 2000s with Colin Blunstone, Rod Argent. They were the best 60s legacy band. You know, I do love me some Zombies, and I am so glad. Like I said, one of the things in my collection, I wish I could have got signed vinyl, but it was time of the season. It was the 40th anniversary, 50th anniversary, reissue on CD, mastered with bonus tracks. And the inner sleeve was signed by the 4 of the 5 surviving Zombies. Wow. So I have that. Nice. Yes, it was Perry Mason, and they mentioned a lawyer. Oh, not this again. Don't start. Yes, Nesman as most psych. Hearing Donovan there, some Trippy Holiday 65 going on an excursion with all the house. Can't he actually went someplace? Going up the country. Da, da, da. So this other one I knew about actually because of the Monkees show, because this is in the last episode. So I'm gonna let's see. You know what? Screw it.
Can't he actually went someplace?
So we're going to go a little different. We're going to go the TV version of this. This was in episode 58 in 1968. And it is such a weird episode. It was such a weird episode. Very, they were on drugs, obviously, but the writers were really on drugs.
Okay.
And of course, also you get a guest appearance of Rip Taylor, crazy Rip Taylor as the bad guy, Wizard Glick. You guys know where I'm going on this.
Yeah, Monkees episode. Oh, Monkees, yeah.
Yes. Now this is the TV version of this.
The king of Zori called for a war, and the king of Sam he answered. They fashioned their weapons one upon one, ton upon ton, and they called for a war at the rise of the sun. Out with the call to one and to all, that echoed and rolled like the thunder. Trumpets and drums, roar upon roar, more upon more, rolling the call of come now to war. Throughout the night they fashioned their might, with right on the side of the
VC Mighty.
They puzzled their minds, man upon man, man upon man, and at dying of dawn, the great war began. They took on the battlefield banner in a hand, and they looked out across the bending land, and they counted the missing one upon one, none upon none. The war it was over before it began. Different kings playing a game, they gave a war, and nobody came. Nobody came. Nobody gone. Nobody gone.
Yep.
I like it better than the other version.
See, I like the horns in the LP version. I like the horns. They like blast at the perfect time, and I'm like, I'm hearing an echo here.
Must be me.
Sorry. Well, thank you. Seriously, I love having a great time here. That's why we're here. We had to order in Chinese after my great uncle burned the rice. Oh,
Same here.
Break out the opium pipe and hire Ravi to play. Rest in peace, Ravi. Rest in peace. Can't believe that they swapped out Zora and Sam for I Never Thought It Peculiar. That is a very strange choice. You're right. It did not fit in. And YouTube's got that clip where, and I'm like, it's just odd. No, Mickey did. Mickey wrote Zora Sam. Excuse me. So how you doing, Jeff?
Not bad.
Cool.
You still hearing the echo?
No.
Because I'm not.
It's better now. So I'm sorry. I guess I'm going to go with a trifecta. So like I said, since I'm not, but this was put out as a single in '69, but not this version. Oh God. It ended up being held back. And it was so controversial. And what most people, and I didn't know this either until the Monkees Day by Day book, all right, is that Peter Tork actually does play bass on this Mickey song, but I want to give you the alternate version, like I said, the one that was not put out. So off of, I hate having to wait for things. I don't care about a GPS in a Chevy truck. Okay, I just don't. So this one, ladies and gentlemen, is called Mommy and Daddy. And this was a B-side. Hi, Mello. Hang on a second, Mello. I'll put you up. Fact. Put you up in a minute.
Fact, yeah.
Yeah, I lost all interest in the Monkees when it was like down to like 3, and then they had 2.
All right. Here, so listen to the lyrics in this version.
It's your mommy and daddy. What happened to them? India. It's your mommy and daddy to tell you where you really
Oh, sorry, my bad. Could it be a future guest? Maybe.
I never heard this before.
I never want to hear it again.
It's so weird.
This was the version Mickey wanted on the single. Ultim said no. Gee, I wonder why.
I think it's wild.
Most people don't know they were on the edge sometimes. This is a piece
Yeah,
of
apparently. I've never heard this before. I mean, I wasn't a big Monkees fan, though. I saw them.
Spilling on the kitchen floor. If it was my blood, Mommy, would you care a little more? Don't be surprised when they turn and start to cry. And tell your mommy and daddy. Tell your mommy and daddy. Scream
Wow.
to your mommy and daddy. They're living in a lie, lie, lie. It's a lie, it's a lie, lie, lie. It's a lie, lie, lie.
Wow.
Yep, I never heard that song either. Would you believe it?
I've never heard that before. That's pretty wild.
I would never go out looking for that.
That's on one of the missing link albums. That version.
It's not one of their best songs, but it definitely is interesting.
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree with that.
It's different. It's just like I would never even have known that was the Monkees. Like if you would have played that for me without telling me who it was, I would probably not. I'd probably think it was Captain Beefheart maybe or something.
Now listen, that's funny you bring that up though, Mello. And hi, Merry Christmas.
Hey, Mello.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
I've done that to people that were Monkees fans, and I wouldn't tell them what I was playing. I played Aunties. Seriously, I would play like just about all the three I played. Maybe a couple. I probably would play Daily, Nightly too, and they couldn't figure it out. And I'm like, the Monkees. And they're like, what? And I'm going, They weren't just all.
I do that with the Osmonds, with Crazy Horse, and the other one shocks the shit out of people.
Yeah, I can't believe the Osmonds fucking dinged me.
That's crazy. I remember when I was young, like probably about 13, 14 years old, me and my friend, we were just getting into music and discovering bands, but we were into metal.
we have the official timekeeper here. He's right. I'm not going to lie. He's right. I'm going to wrap this up in a couple minutes. I'm sorry, Mello.
It's mine. Hey, I just got home, so it's all right. I figured I'd come in and say hello.
Jason or whoever you are. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Psycho Platter Show, we will never call any woman or man the C word. Rhymes with hunt. Anyways, we will never, ever do that here. Okay. And let's see what else. So Psycho Fact of the Day. Start checking those old yoga and ballet videos because you never know what you're going to find for Spank Bank. And let's see what else. And then afterwards in the backstage specifically, Mello has found the sequel to the 1969 AccuJack. So we will be seeing that. It is called AccuJack 2, the search for ecstasy. I'm making this shit up as I'm going. It's good, that'd be the best Christmas gift. There's some lost media, YouTube.
Honestly, the fact that AccuJack film even exists is unbelievable.
Mommy and Daddy was the name of the last song. Porpoise Song is such a beautiful fucking song. That thing is just a piece of work. I love it.
Carole King.
It's disgusting that someone would. I know. Well, oh yeah, that's right. She does watch it, doesn't she? I'm just like.
Merry Christmas, Chris.
Merry Christmas to you.
Hey, I did get vinyl for Christmas.
Did you get vinyl for Christmas?
For you.
I sure did.
Hi, Shaddy.
Yay. Hey, now Shannon shows up.
Oh, Misfit.
Oh, the Target. Is it the blue one or whatever, the Target exclusive?
Yep, it sure is.
Nice. Yay.
How does it sound to you?
I like it mono.
It's the
Cool.
best way to hear the Beatles stuff.
I always loved the Capitol.
Yeah.
Right.
editions.
Yeah.
Even I Feel Fine and She's a Woman off the Beatles 65 is great. I love it.
Yep, I heard those.
It sounds like they're in a tunnel, but I don't give a shit.
Right.
You know, there was a day. There used to be a day. As long as you had just a copy of the song on record, you were happy.
He's got some Weezer. He's got Weezer.
Yeah,
I have that album. I remember that when that came out.
I got the Walmart version of that Weezer one.
The day it came out, I remember it.
Yes, I know Goth Angel's a big Weezer fan. Weezer.
I remember it was the Sweater song. We used to play the Sweater song. It was such a great tune.
The sweater. You know,
Whoa.
I know who the Residents are, and I've seen the cover. But
Merry Christmas, Dark Wizard.
I've only heard maybe teensy-weensy amount of music, actually, from the Residents. Merry Christmas to you, too. Did you say something, John? John? All right. I thought he said something. Anyways.
I got that same one, Jeff.
Well, now you can join the Weezer Blue album group.
That's an original, though.
Not to be confused with the Blue Man
No,
group.
the 24 reissue.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
Oh.
You bet, dog. You bet.
from Walmart.
Is it on blue vinyl too?
It's on black vinyl. But
Okay,
this
cool.
one, but this one's on color. I think this one's on colored vinyl.
Weezer.
Cool.
Let me see.
I took my son to see them about 5 years ago. That's cool. It's translucent. Awesome.
Yeah. Translucent, like
Another
dark
Walmart
green.
copy. Walmart for again.
And by the way,
Oh,
in the
nice.
news, did you hear that there's a new Weezer cover band, and it has to do with the band members are medical professionals over in Minnesota.
Second cock
Take
or
me
something.
down, Paul.
Well, yeah.
Really?
Well,
And what are
yeah.
they called?
Tweezer.
Tweezer.
Gee.
Wow, that's pretty ingenious. I like that.
I fucked you all up on that. I made that up as I'm going along.
Oh, really?
But I'm going to
Is
trademark
that because they
Tweezer.
have small
That's
penises,
actually pretty
Paul?
good. There should be a Weezer.
Wait a minute. Did you say that's a band for small penises? Is that what you
No,
said?
that's what I'm asking you because they have to use tweezers to find it.
Oh my.
Right.
Oh my.
That's funny.
Maybe they need AccuJack to help with that problem.
I don't
From
know.
Ronco makes a great Christmas gift.
Oh my gosh.
Ch-ch-ch-chia. Oh boy.
That's a damn shame. It's a damn shame that can never be played on YouTube. Wow, I hear a real echo.
That is one of
Not
my
me.
favorite songs off of
Not
Good
me.
Times. It's not me. Mhm.
Who the fuck is it?
Who the happy Hanukkah fuck is
Oh,
it?
it's not me.
Happy Chanukah.
Now it's funny.
I mean, I'm on headphones, so it couldn't be me.
It's not me either. Sam
Okay,
Squatch
I ain't hanging up this
says
time. I don't
says
give a
hash
shit.
pipe. Of course, Ricky would say a hash
Hash
pipe.
Pipe is great. That is a great song.
It's a great tune.
I used to play that song.
Yeah,
It's
my
not
I played a
like-
lot of Weezer.
It's not like liquors and whores, though.
I
But it's
love
okay.
playing Say It Ain't So. Say It Ain't So is a fun song to play. Oh man. Buddy Holly's fun, Sweater Song's fun, Hash Pipe, Beverly Hills.
Music video by Buddy Holly was good too. Happy
Oh
birthday.
man, that's incredible. That's incredible video. Spike Jonze directed that.
Oh, Spike Jones, yeah.
Not to be confused with the other Spike
Other one,
Jones.
Spike
A
Jones.
Spike
Oh,
Jones
he was
production
awesome.
on a movie of Spike Jones. Cocktails for two.
You would think that would be you would think that would be natural. He would do a documentary on the other Spike Jones.
That'd be a good idea. J-O-N-Z.
I would be.
That'd be good.
Spike Jones by Spike Jones.
Back when Happy Days had Fonzie and Potsy and Ralph Mouth. Hey.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite shows of all time.
You know
Honestly,
what
I love Happy Days.
I was watching earlier in the week the Christmas episode where Fonzie was eating the can of beans.
Yeah,
And
that's
he's like,
grabbed you.
and of course Mr. C goes, well, listen, Fonzie, why don't you just come home, with us and have Christmas dinner so we can catch the bus tomorrow. Hey, happy birthday this week to Mary and Ross. Mrs. C, I miss you. I've got a birthday cake up in heaven for you.
SpongeBob's grandma.
SpongeBob's grandma, that's right, 95 years old.
Yeah.
Yes. What did you think?
That was terrible.
How about I tell you this?
What a generational talent. What?
God.
I
couldn't stomach it.
I can listen to a little Destiny's Child, a little bit, okay? Just a little.
The song they did, the Barry Gibb song, Emotions, that was okay. Even though I like Samantha Sang's version way better.
And I had the pleasure of meeting Michelle Williams years ago.
That's cool.
Such a beautiful lady.
I have more respect for her than Beyonce.
Check her.
I got more respect for Kelly Rowland.
Check her 2 gospel records. Michelle Williams got 2 gospel records.
I believe it. You know what? That's why they parted ways, because they seen the direction Beyonce was going in, and now she's splitting off with Jay-Z because Jay-Z's got himself really wrapped up in shit. But Beyonce's not innocent either. There's things with her in it too.
Well,
she's gonna have her own road to hoe. She's trying to look like all American now, and that's why she was going country, doing a Beatles song, like trying to go as mainstream as possible.
Oh my God!
That's all satanic imagery.
But
it is all satanic. It's all satanic.
But the thing is, that year that I saw her, and I think it was 06. I saw her in 06.
Who, Beyonce?
No, Michelle Williams. I took my 2 kids with me, and I have a picture of Michelle Williams with both my kids.
Oh, nice.
From the backstage. Well, there was only about maybe 10 of us that stuck around afterwards. And so she beautiful. Oh, she was beautiful.
Gorgeous girl. Gorgeous girl. Beyonce's gorgeous, no doubt about it.
I used to joke around and go, I put it on my work locker back where I had my old job. And they're like, Paul, what the heck? I go, oh, yeah, that's my new girlfriend. I go, you dig her? And it took a little while. And they're like, wait a damn minute. She looks pretty much like Michelle Williams for Destiny's Child. I go, all right, you have me beat. I said that better, but they had a good laugh. And then, but here's the thing I was going to try to tell you. So earlier that year in the spring, they did a gig at Rosemont Horizon, which was the concrete box, in the Chicagoland area near O'Hare. And I can't remember how much they could seat. I want to say it's between 6 and maybe 10,000 people. And they sold out the Rosemont Horizon. So to go from March, April, when they're doing that, to now it's September, early September, Labor Day weekend, and Michelle is performing in front of almost not quite 50 people, and myself, my 2 kids, and one other person were not that this matters, we were the only white people in the audience.
Wow.
In this outdoor show. But I appreciated the music. It was nice.
Nothing nothing wrong with that at all.
Yes. So Santa, I like a little of Jackson Brown, but not much. Not Lawyers in Love. I'm not a big fan about that.
Hands across Omaha.
Satan's Great, certain. And let's see here.
Dyslexic.
Has anyone considered showing a tape video on their channel and masquerading at a different live stream? Oh, this sounds like an episode of Columbo. That's what William Shatner did. He went off and pre-taped a radio show as a disc jockey, and his wife got murdered, and he's like, I was on the air. It wasn't me. And they were able to figure out that it was a taped show. And he went back and killed the wife because he taped an hour. Just enough time for him. Huh?
My poor blue wife. She's at the bottom of the pool. You trying to get her out yet? No, not yet. Like, what an ass.
I don't like Beyonce, but those are the same old things said about Zeppelin and the Stones.
Yeah, but you know what?
And a bunch of others.
Yeah, but you know what? They had a right to say that too. I mean, obviously, when Rolling Stone's putting on an album called Satanic Majesties, you're gonna get people calling them out on it.
Yeah.
Same thing with Led Zeppelin. I mean, literally, you play Stairway to Heaven backwards. You could even hear it as clear as day. It says "My Sweet Satan" right? When it
Right.
says you can go on the road, you can change the road you're on. Guy plays it backwards and it says "My Sweet Satan," and clear as day. I don't understand why, but
Well, believe it or
people get
not,
called out on it, and
okay,
now
so-
they're way more graphic about the Satanism now. Like literally, you see Katy Perry, she's dancing with witches and demons around her in hell, and they're burning, and like it's all red, and like go watch it yourself. I mean, if you can't recognize the Satanism, I feel bad for you because
yeah.
that's how they're going to lure all these people in, man. They're luring them in.
Here's another song though, okay, and I thought this was really odd. All right, and I'm sorry that I apologize. I want to say it's when he's getting ready to sing "When Electricity Comes to Arkansas," Black Oak, Arkansas. Jim Dandy, and you can hear this because it's live. He says 3 or 4 times in a row, "Natus, natus, natus."
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And then you play that backwards, and of course you know what natus is.
All
And I'm
of
like,
these
oh, and
people,
why are
I
you-
mean, like, if you look, all of them, I mean, even right now, Jack Black putting out this, or he's playing Satan. It's his dream. He wants to be Satan. He wants to play Satan. He wants everything that you see Jack Black's ever done has all demons and evil and never making fun of God. And it's like, that's part of the club. You have to hate God and hate Jesus to be in that club. You're never going to get in there unless you're going to do something against God.
Sean asks, why would you anyone play a song backwards?
People discover it. Why did you know what? People were tripping on acid and discovering it, playing things backwards.
The White Album.
Yeah, and then word got out that
and Blackbird.
I tripped on acid and I didn't want to do all that shit.
Yeah, but people did it, you know, and
that's right.
And the ones that did it, they did it, and they showed what they discovered. And when you hear it, it's pretty. It's kind of like someone showing you a subliminal message. Once you see the subliminal message, you never can't not see it again.
Hey,
it's like you can't put the
I don't know what
can't put the genie back in the bottle.
There's 4 characters.
No, but that's
right
like when I took my son to see Kiss back in 2009. We're walking into the show, and all these religious assholes were standing outside telling me how bad Kiss is. Now I'm like, really?
Well, that's true.
No, well, these guys are in their 60s. You actually think they're going to cause you harm?
Well, we're sorry that you got to say. Hopefully, maybe it'll wash out.
It depends on what you consider harm, though.
Sure,
like
plenty of candles.
Some people think that they're enlightening in the sense of your soul is just as much of a vital part of you. So if they're helping you save your soul from being eternally taken out of the picture forever, they feel like they're doing a service. You know?
The ones that always say that Kiss are against like religion and everything else, these are the people that you have to watch out for. Because these are the guys that are getting caught in hotel rooms with hookers.
Oh, they do. Oh, yeah. You got to understand, it's a spiritual war that they're going to use good people, and they're going to make the good people do something bad to make the whole thing look bad. But that shouldn't dissuade you from your own, relationship with God. That's how I feel.
I believe in God, but I can't stand this fan club.
Yeah, I never heard that before, but people do take it in ways, man. I understand that, definitely.
Yeah. I'll leave us with one valuable piece of information. Never forget, ladies and gentlemen, that we are spirit in the material world. And Psycho's Platters is a Love Peace production.